Retiring from formal employment comes with its own share of challenges. Deciding what the next chapter holds can be stressful and unnerving, especially if unplanned. A significant number of people resort to farming to ensure a steady flow of income. The farming ventures that one can engage in are crop and animal farming or both. Other people decide to venture along the value chain from farm to fork. Farming, when well done, can give a farmer much more money than what they used to earn in employment. For such individuals, it is a delicate balance of taking the risks in farming and the hassle of looking and securing employment. Wilson Kanjeri used to work as an accountant in a mission hospital in Nyandarua County. When he retired, he decided to put his hands into dairy farming. His farm, Kanjeri Farm, is 6 acres in size and is located in Kahuru Scheme in Kinangop constituency, Nyandarua County. Among the fodder crops Wilson has planted include lucerne, maize, napier grass, and Kikuyu grass.
This is my farm, Kanjeri Farm. I'm a dairy farmer. I have a dairy cows. I normally have the fodder for the cows. I have the lucerne, I have maize and napier grass. And I have also Kikuyu grass.
Wilson joined the dairy business almost a decade ago today after retiring. He was inspired to join the industry due to its lucrative nature in Kinangop. The expansive Aberdare ranges feel like home to Wilson's cows due to the cool and wet weather. Disease incidences are also quite low in the area.
I have about 10 years when I started farming, dairy farming. After retirement, that's when I joined this industry of farming. What inspired me is that Kinangop is the cash crop of Kinangop is dairy, and it does well. The only challenge we have, it is only the price. Otherwise, Kinangop is good for dairy farming. Animals do well. We don't have many diseases because the production of milk is usually fair in most of the animals that we have.
Milk production is a factor of genetics and environment. Genetics refer to the internal makeup of the cow, while environment refers majorly to what the cow is being fed on, both quality and quantity. When Wilson was starting out, one of the challenges he faced included poor quality genetics and inadequate fodder. He overcame these challenges by producing his own fodder and being meticulous to start his own pedigree.
Most of the challenges that I got are that first, I didn't have enough fodder, which I have improved as time has gone. The other challenge I had is the breeding. I had bought animals that were not well breeded, but now I have breeded the animals to a level of pedigree. So now I can see the change when I started and this time that I have breeded the animals to that level, or to the level that they are.
Feeding regime is a key determinant of milk production. This applies to calves, heifers, and milking cows. Wilson has silage, napier grass, lucerne, Kikuyu grass, and dairy meal for feeding his cows. He feeds his cows on high-quality protein for maximum milk production.
For the animals, the fodder, we have the silage. So I have the silage. After maybe I plant the maize, I have that activity of putting silage. I normally harvest the lucerne, then prepare. I dry and then I keep in bags like hay. So and then I mix with dairy meal, and it gives the animal the protein. So normally the challenges of food, I have improved on that line.
He feeds the calves, popularly known as the future of the herd, with colostrum milk and dry calf pellets. Colostrum is rich in antibodies that boost the calf's immunity against diseases. The calf's pellets hasten the development of the forestomach's rumen and reticulum in order for the calf to start feeding on dry matter early enough before they are weaned. He feeds his calves on 6 liters of milk in the morning and evening daily for 3 to 4 months before weaning. He, however, does not keep bull calves but disposes them when they're 10 days old. He prefers to keep heifers since they're more profitable to his farm.
I normally give cholesterol. That one, we call it in Kikuyu Gidana. We normally give it because it has that protection for the diseases. It normally takes, and from there now we give the milk. I normally give 6 liters for about 3 months, or even 4, especially when it is a heifer. We normally extend the milk that we normally give. Normally give in the morning and in the evening 6 kg, 6 kg. And within 1 year and a half, it's a big animal and it can be served. And also we normally give it after we introduce the animal after maybe 3 months to 4 months. 3 months, we normally introduce it to the dry matter, the cow pellet, and others that will help the rumen the two stomach, at least to bring up so that it can be able to handle even other food. Well, when I get a bull calf, normally I don't keep bull calves because I don't have enough space for it. I normally sell, although for those that I sell, I normally give it about 10 days, and then I sell to somebody who is able to take care of that bull. Because for me, I normally prefer having the heifers because they are more beneficial to my farm. And my farm is about 6 acres, so I normally try to utilize it maximally.
Once the calf is weaned at 3 months, he feeds them on dry matter, a good portion of protein content and mineral salts, especially rich in phosphorus, so they can grow well and show signs of heat overtly early enough to be served.
For the heifers, we normally give them the dry and also the protein, and we also add these other minerals so that at least they can grow and grow well to be our animals for tomorrow.
For an in-calf cow that is still being milked, the dry period is crucial. The dry period refers to the 2 months rest that cows are afforded to prepare them for calving. During this important time, cows are steamed up with good quality protein and concentrates to prime them to produce as much milk when they calve down, be able to come on heat within 2 months post-calving, as well to maintain milk production throughout the lactation period until they're dried again.
Okay, when I'm drying the animal, I normally introduce this sort of drying. I also reduce the daily meal that I normally give. I normally reduce when drying the animal so that at least it doesn't produce milk, it goes raw. But when it is now going to calve, I normally increase the steaming. We normally give the daily meal, we introduce the daily meal into the ratio. As it goes near the calving date, I normally give it steaming. We give it daily meal, a lot of protein, so that at least it's healthy and it can also produce enough milk.
Diseases are unpredictable. When they occur, they can disrupt the profitability of a farm due to the loss of production, veterinary costs in treatment, as well as the cow's death. Wilson highlights that many common diseases are those caused by worms and flukes, also known as helminths, foot and mouth disease, tick infestation, and problems with digestion. Let's take a look at each of these diseases. Worms and flukes. Signs of worms and flukes infestation in cows include reduction in appetite, decrease in milk production, diarrhea, among others. In order to prevent worms and flukes, it is important to deworm the cows before the rains with effective dewormers, allow access of clean, fresh water, and adapt rotational grazing in a farm with paddocks. 2. Ticks. Signs of tick infestation include anemia, weight loss, swelling of lymph nodes, among others. To prevent animals from acquiring ticks, it is important to spray cows with effective aricides and adapt rotational grazing in a farm with paddocks. 3. Foot and mouth disease. Foot and mouth disease majorly occurs during the wet season. Signs of foot and mouth include slobbering and smacking lips, shivering, tender and sore feet, reduced milk yield, sores and blisters on feet, and a raised temperature. To prevent your cows from getting FMD, inspect your cows regularly, avoid moving them to other cows, clean everything you carry when you move between different groups of livestock, and keep everything clean. 4. Maldigestion. Maldigestion can be caused by aflatoxin-laden food. Signs and symptoms include diarrhea, dehydration, cattle appearing weak and anorexia, bloaty posture, lack of coordination, among others. To prevent your cows from getting maldigestion, make sure feed is available for cows after milking. Increase a neutral detergent fiber (NDF) from forage to stabilize the rumen. Scrape the slimy wet feed that is usually close to the feed or drinking point. Whenever there is such an instance of any disease on Wilson's farm, he calls a trusted vet to treat his cows.
Most of the diseases that we normally get in this area are caused by worms. Those diseases are worms. If we don't deworm the right time, they are infected. So sometimes you see the animal afya yake si mzuri sana, so you invite a vet. But usually we deworm after every 3 months. But sometimes you can have flukes that maybe have sometimes had assistance of some drugs. So we normally get, that is one problem that we normally get, flukes, sometimes due to water, and also food, and even sometimes tick. Sometimes the dogs, sometimes they come, you can get those ones from the tick. So the diseases are mainly from the worms and the ticks. Those are some of the diseases that we normally get that are caused by those bacteria. Yes, and even digestion is due to food. Sometimes you might have some food which is having aflatoxin, maybe without knowing. Sometimes we invite because the digestion, maybe the cow is not digesting well, so we invite the vets to come and maybe give something to improve the digestion of the animal.